And Pyongyang warned Washington will pay a due price for the new round of sanctions it's working to impose on the regime, as our Kwon Jang-ho reported. North Korea's foreign ministry said the U.S. will experience the greatest pain and suffering in its history if the sanctions go through, as the UNSC prepares for a vote on that resolution. Seoul's unification ministry pointed out while the Hermit Kingdom did not conduct another nuke test over the weekend, as some anticipated, speeches given at a key anniversary Saturday hint the communist states determined to keep pursuing its nuclear weapons program.